DP, 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 DP.
DP?
That's what we're
Yeah.
doing. We're at DP. Hello and welcome to another episode of Cheap Smut. My name is Katie Mizell.
And my name is Max Joy.
And this is a podcast that, hey, it's good to see you. That's all I wanted to say. How are you, honey?
I am great. I love that we are slowly becoming the podcast that is that parasocial. It's the parasocial equivalent of, you don't see us as often as you used to, but we fall right into that comfortable pattern.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know,
real friends.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how long you've been apart.
Yep.
It feels exactly the same.
sometimes it's years, sometimes it's fortnightly.
Fortnightly.
In our case.
Exactly.
I think you asked me how I'm doing.
I did, yes.
I am doing so well. As soon as you do the intro, it always fills me with just a
Zhuzh.
and I get very excited. I wish this fucking idiot wouldn't get so excited. Yeah, you.
Himbo Jones.
Stop. How are
Lay
you?
down. I'm good. I am good. The cat is like right there. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, baby. He's going to be insane until she leaves. Anyway, I'm good. I had a lovely day. We went to the toll gate today with our children, which is a cool, local water feature. It's not a feature. It's
It actually is kind of a feature.
Oh, yeah. It's a piece of cultivated land that operates as both a drainage system and a wildlife preserve.
Yes.
And it's near our neighborhood. And we take birdseed out there and throw it for the ducks, and the kids run around, and it's a fabulous time had by all. And I had a great day. Afterwards, there was Taco Bell. I had a fabulous day.
Oh yeah, you crushed a steak burrito.
Oh my God. I have never inhaled food. That hit so hard. Like, it hit so right.
I was really, because we came home and I was like, you want to go outside and have a smoke break when we get back, and after you eat, and I was really surprised how
quickly I was done eating.
because you're usually a pretty slow eater.
I was just like, oh, nom, 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 nom. Oh man.
Yeah, I think I heard a.
Yeah, that was just me eating a whole
Yeah.
burrito like an anaconda, just swallowing it.
Yeah.
No, I just ate it really fast, like high school lunch. Because, in high school, you got to eat fast because you're too busy doing other shit at lunchtime.
I got to get to the library
Yeah.
and sit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was a library kid.
Oh, I was a theater kid.
Okay.
I had to get to the theater and fuck around
Yeah, I didn't have that
in
luxury.
my little theater domain.
Must
I
have been
owned
nice.
that shit
You did.
like my junior and senior year.
Hey,
Yeah.
you had that.
Yeah. It was mine.
I was captain of the hockey team.
Yeah.
We had different lives.
Yeah. It's a great story about your mom, though.
It is. It's a wonderful story that it is a wonderful story that I intend to tell on stage at some point.
Yeah.
Real quick, TLDR, my senior year, I was captain of the hockey team when I was in high school. It was not because of my skill. It was because I was one of two seniors. The other senior was also captain. But I didn't care. I was captain. I was a perfectly serviceable hockey player. And I came home and I told my mom and got very excited. And she knew that we were a terrible team. And she's like, hey, that's great, but isn't the team terrible?
Yeah.
I said, yes. And she's like, okay, so they all suck and you're their leader.
Yes.
Yeah, Mom. That's
Yeah.
I said, well, yeah, one.
God bless.
Miss you, Mom.
Oh, man. Whatever part of her is still hanging around is probably still laughing at that joke.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so to that point, you asked me how I'm doing. I am doing very well because I finally crossed that threshold. I finally put in my name for a local open mic.
Oh, yeah.
So
You're going to do some comedy in front of people.
I am finally making the plunge and doing this comedy thing that I just feel like I gotta do.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Do it, baby.
It just feels like I gotta do. So as I start to do comedy, I will start announcing. I would love it if like soon I could be like, hey, if you're listening to the show in like Cleveland, I'm gonna be in Cleveland this weekend. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's that far off, but I like to dream big. So I'm doing that. I want to put that out there. So with that out of the way, let's get into this book because I'm so proud of you for getting our girl child down. And we are recording. We started this record before 9 p.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's pretty early for us on a Saturday.
Yeah. Not just barely before 9 p.m. But we still have our son up. He's playing video games in my office. And we need to get him to bed.
Yes.
And then us to bed.
And us to bed, yes.
Because I've been up since 3:30 this morning.
Jeez, ow.
I've officially entered my old man phase. But instead of getting up and watching World War II documentaries and puttering around the house, I play. I wake and bake and play MLB The Show and watch Pablo Torre Finds Out.
Yeah.
And Trash Theory podcast.
Yeah.
Or Trash Theory videos. So all of that is to say, I completely fucked up the whole thing about, hey, we started early, and then I said all that shit. What are we reading this week?
This week, or this time, because we are no longer a weekly podcast.
Yes, this episode.
Still very confusing.
Yes.
I read MILF, A Holiday Romance by A.S. Adams. A.S. Adams is another author who just threw a book at me on Threads and with all the bravery in their heart was like, take my baby, and I love it. I love it so much. Please give me like a dozen more of these. This was such a great time, man. So MILF, A Holiday Romance, yes, by A.S. Adams, is part of the Pleasin' Seasons series. It's Pleasin' with an apostrophe.
Yeah.
I was sold on the series because on Kindle, if like a whole series will have a blurb at the top of it. It was compared to Lee Jack-Ho's Holy Night series.
Okay.
And we loved...
Yes.
We loved Hallows Grove,
Yes.
right? Which was episode 31. That was a long ass time ago.
Wow.
But you know how much I love when you combine holidays and just sex shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
So this was a good one. And it was a holiday you probably wouldn't expect a lot of people to write a book about. Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Other books in the Pleasin' Seasons series are Mrs. Claus's Wild Night, Cupidly Yours, and the upcoming Fool's Rush In, which is a Thanksgiving later in life romance featuring a football coach and one of his players' moms.
I was really hoping you were going to say that Fool's Rush In was a lemming shifter romance.
A lemming shifter romance?
Yeah.
Why?
Get it? Because the lemmings jumping off the cliff.
Oh.
Fools rush in.
She also has one standalone novella called The Missing Piece, which is an FFM menage. That seems to be a theme. She likes to write menages, which I love it when they have a thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you found your thing. I love that for you. That's so nice. So for this book, which again is called MILF, the triple T's. Let's get into it. For triggers, we have reference to pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum depression, postpartum FMC, body image and shame, and general angst and big feelings. For our tropes, this is an FMM queer cis menage romance featuring an established couple and their longtime third wheel. Idiots to lovers, queer awakening, get your groove back, and third act fuck up. And for titillations, we have hot wifing, menage a trois, oral sex, vaginal sex, anal sex, double penetration, mild BDSM dynamics, snowballing, cum play, and brief lactation.
Two things. One, what exactly is hot wifing?
Hot wifing?
What exactly is that?
Hot wifing is a spiritual sibling to cuckolding.
Okay.
It's the emotional opposite. So where cuckolding, the arousal comes from the shame of having your wife be pleasured by another man. Hot wifing, the arousal comes from the pride of sharing your hot wife with another man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And there was another thing, but I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's what it was. You said third act fuck up.
Third act fuck up,
and
yes.
I appreciate that, because then I'll know, like, in my mental clock, I'll be like, oh, we're almost done.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're close to third act. Somebody just fucked up real big.
Once we get to the fuck up, I'll be like, oh, good, we're about to wrap this thing up.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Let's get into our story. So this begins with a prologue, and we meet both of our MMCs at the same time. So they are Cooper Jones and Elias Baxter, both of which are probably, I'm guessing all late 20s, early 30s ish, just in terms of your, I don't know, timetables and various elements that were mentioned in the story. Both of them are average height and build Caucasian men with opposing coloring. So Cooper is blonde and blue-eyed. He is compared in the book to Steve Rogers, not in build, but in general demeanor and like charming, boyish Steve Rogers energy.
Yeah.
And then you have Elias, who is dark and brooding. He was an eyeliner goth in high school, that kind of guy. Cooper and Elias have been best friends for a very long time, at least since high school, which is the earliest the relationship is referenced within the book itself. They're like freshman year of high school, so they've known each other for forever. So they went to school together, they ended up at college together, and now they work together in the same marketing firm. It's only referenced really briefly, but they say our marketing firm. I don't know if that means the firm they work at or the firm they own.
Okay.
But either way, they work in marketing, and it's not really important to the story. It just it illustrates how close these guys have been for so long. Elias was even the best man in Cooper's wedding. And when Cooper married his high school sweetheart, Daphne, whom we will get to later after they got married and they moved in together, Elias lived with them for a little while he was getting himself established as a single person after college. At the start of the book, Cooper and Elias are at a bar, and Cooper looks like shit because Cooper and Daphne are home with a toddler and a newborn.
Wait a sec. Is this one of the first times we've had a child show up, especially this early in a book?
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the only times we've ever mentioned kids. Very rarely do I read stories with children. Yeah. A lot of people don't like reading stories with children in them. And a lot of people don't like reading stories that remind you that you can get pregnant. But this is a very different kind of story. And like I said, they are a fully established couple, married with kids.
Well, let me just say this. For anybody who thinks that they might at some point in their lives want to try and get pregnant, I don't know about you, and I don't know about anybody else, but like there was something about like when you're actively like, I am doing this
to get pregnant.
I'm like, okay, for a brief moment I get breeding kink.
Yeah. There's just like a little tiny bit of that in here. Just like I think I get it. I think I understand what people are tapping into when they feel that thing.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah.
It may be a common feeling.
Yeah, it must be.
Some folks.
Okay.
So yeah, Cooper looks like shit because he is a good father. So in addition, and a good husband. So in addition to working his 40 hours a week at his marketing job, he's also taking care of a toddler and a newborn. And now Daphne is also back at work after her maternal leave. So everything is just like, it's rough at home, right? It's rough. But he has still pulled himself together enough to get Elias out to this bar to ask him to help him plan something very special for Mother's Day. And he doesn't beat around the bush. Cooper is inviting Elias to fuck his wife. That's the second sentence in the book. This guy is asking me to fuck his wife.
What's the page count?
90.
Yeah.
91. Something like that.
We gotta go.
Yep. Speed it up a little.
We can't stop here. It's smut country.
So Cooper is asking Elias to fuck his wife, and enthusiastically so. Like, he's got a plan, he's got reasoning, he's got he's got arguments to convince this guy to do what what he wants. What it's insane. So
I never would, but that's how I would.
Right?
Yeah.
So basically he says this is what Daphne wants. She hasn't explicitly said it, but he knows his wife. He knows her fantasies. He knows her reading habits. He knows what she was into before they settled down and had kids. He knows this is what she wants. Mm-hmm. And now that she's had children, she doesn't think she'll ever be able to have this anymore. She's had a lot of self-image issues, confidence issues. She recently was crying about like something to do with he just wants his wife to feel good about herself. And he thinks that this is the way to do it, to fulfill her two-man threesome fantasies.
I mean, I would have started with flowers.
I mean,
I'd start at flowers.
I think they've already done flowers.
Oh, okay.
And all the way up to like getting married and having children together.
Yeah, you said this is like sentence 2, so there's the moment before is doing a lot.
Yeah, a lot. There's so much moment before. It's Yep.
What's my motivation?
Oh.
I want you to fuck my wife.
I want you to fuck my wife. Yep.
Yes.
And begin. So Elias has a couple questions about this. He's like, hey, what if she totally freaks out? Well, then Cooper's like, I've got a lot of apologizing to do and groveling, but like, don't worry.
It's better to beg forgiveness than ask permission.
She won't, dude. She won't. And then he asks, what's in it for Cooper? Is it like a cuckolding thing? And Cooper basically says that he explains it more in a hot wifing kind of way. Like, guys have always hit on Daphne. She has been out of his league since day one. And men have always hit on her. And he doesn't get jealous. It turns him on. And once they got to college and they were free to like get their freak on, they went nuts. Like the crazy sex, the clubs, the parties, every damn thing they could think of. He fucking loves this shit, dude. He loves this. He wants it for his wife. We gonna do this or not, my guy? and Elias agrees. Like he just kind of mentally skirts around a lot of like swirling anxieties and emotional like stuff that's going on inside of him, and he's just like, okay, for Daphne, we're doing this for Daphne. Like, go Petunias, we're doing this for Daphne. And Cooper is absolutely thrilled, and he is just like mentally skirting around a lot of emotional realities that he has with regards to his sexuality. Both of these men are very attracted to each other, but they just won't broach that subject. They're building this night around Daphne.
Yeah.
We'll just ignore our boners.
Yeah, exactly.
And focus on the wife, right? We then jump forward in time to Mother's Day, and we meet Daphne, or Mother's Day weekend. It's Saturday. Mother's Day is always on a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So it's Saturday. We meet Daphne. She's the same age as the dudes. She's also white. She's got brown eyes and auburn hair. Do you remember when I said the other day, I was like, oh, of course I should have known she had red hair because there's one blonde and one brunette. So the other one's going to be a redhead.
Yeah. There you go.
She is mid-sized and a postpartum mother of 2 with all that goes along with that. So she's got the stretch marks, the round tummy, the widened hips. She's currently breastfeeding. So her boobs are breastfeeding boobs.
Her boobs are boobing.
They're boobing so hard right now. They're doing their job so hard.
Yep.
She is a full-time working mother. Like I said earlier, she's now back to the office after her parental leave. And so when we first meet her in the beginning of the book, she is surprised, but she's surprised to be waking up like on her own in a comfortable bed with sunlight streaming through the window, and not because a baby is screaming for tit or because a toddler is like sitting on her head at 2 a.m. She's like, what's going on, huh?
Cooper's over there breastfeeding.
No.
Oh.
She just wakes up like, because there's no child in need and she forgot what that was like.
Yeah.
Right. That's a wild moment. She reaches across this bed and she tries to find Cooper, who is not there. And for a second, again, she is confused. And then she hears him like he's in the shower. So what has happened is Cooper has gotten them a room at the Peabody Hotel, which is a really nice hotel for Mother's Day weekend. They got there the night before. They had a 4-star dinner on the roof restaurant. They went to the bar. They came back. I think they probably had sex. And now they are going to have a beautiful Saturday together. She doesn't know what's going to happen, but he just has this whole weekend set up just for her. Her kids are with their her parents, and the mom guilt is only slowly eating her from the inside.
Yes.
There's a few points throughout the book where she does have to stop and be like, I'm thinking about the children, and Cooper has to acknowledge that and be like, I know. I talked to your mother earlier today. They're fine, because parenting never really stops, even when what's about to happen starts happening. So Cooper comes out of the bathroom. He had just took a shower, so he's freshly showered, sexy husband, and she tries to seduce him to get back into bed, but he says no because he has I
have a plan.
Well, I have a plant. He does have a plan, but he has gotten her an appointment at the spa at the hotel, a whole package. It's going to be a couple of hours, like facial and massages. It's going to be great. Jump forward in time later to the afternoon. She's come back from the spa and now she is in the bathtub, this huge bathtub, because hotels always have if they have bathtubs, the bathtubs are usually pretty dope, right?
That one in Vegas that we had was...
that Vegas tub was the best. It was so big. I almost dropped a computer into it.
just
not related to the size or anything. It was just...
That was my next question. Man, you see how big that thing was? I almost dropped a computer into it.
It was just the next thing I could think of to talk about in relation to that bathtub. So
I would have gone with the fact that both of us, who are combined 12'3", both
could fit in there. We did, and that was amazing. No, but so this is how ADHD works, right? Okay, so I said the bathtub was great. It was so big, and then my brain jumped over like the next 3 points that you would need to understand to get to the part where I almost dropped my laptop in the bathtub. And the reason why is because the laptop was so big that I decided I was just going to hang out in there like all day one day. And indeed I did. But in the process of getting out to get more wine from the bar, I almost dropped my laptop in. Because I was watching Charmed. I was watching a Charmed marathon.
That's right.
But instead, I just went right from big bathtub to laptop.
Having a conversation in this house with an adult.
Oh, God.
So in Western music, a key of music has 7 notes, right? But then sometimes there are different versions of scales that don't have all the notes. We have what I'd like to call pentatonic conversations. Just the 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. We don't need the 4 and the 7.
We don't need the 4 and the 7.
We don't need them.
You don't.
What's going on here? You know what? Fuck it.
Just move on.
Yep.
You can fill in the blanks. We have lived together for so long that our mirror neurons are doing the fucking thing with the mime hands. We're fine.
It's all heuristics at this point. It's all just mental shortcuts, filling in blanks.
We're so good. It's fine. By the time we're old, we will just communicate through a series of grunts and crude hand gestures. And it'll work.
And post-it notes.
And hopefully you'll still do that adorable thing where you write in the mirror and then I see it in the steam when I take a shower.
I will.
Oh, yay.
Get milk. Please. I'm kidding. I don't
Your
drink.
tits are amazing. Get milk.
Exactly. They are. And thank you.
Aw. let's get back to the book.
Oh, yeah.
So after the spa, Cooper gets her set up in that giant bathtub with the bubbles and some champagne. And then he closes the door while he gets the room set up, and he waits for the next part of the big surprise, which is Elias, who is late. But he does arrive. Cooper manages to keep her in the bath by like, why don't you try that new moisturizer you got down at the spa, honey? And she's just like, fine, because she knows that when she gets out, something lovely is going to happen, right? He's obviously stalling. She doesn't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say I understand Elias. I think I understand Elias. I might be jumping ahead, but I'm trying to put myself in his position, because this is a thing that to me, in theory, sounds like a good idea. Like, why wasn't I ever invited to a threesome? But then as soon as I was, there's not enough weed on the planet that I could consume beforehand
to chill you out.
To chill me the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, especially not one with your best friend you've had since probably middle school that you also have some kind of feelings for. Yeah.
Yeah, hard pass. Thank you.
Oh, Elias put on his big boy pants and showed up, I guess.
Yeah.
For Daphne.
For
Again,
Daphne.
we're all here for Daphne.
Yeah.
Yes. So they sneak around the room. They do their final preparations while they continue to avoid the elephant in the room, which is their attraction to each other. And they set up like a bunch of little like battery operated tea light candles and rose petals and stuff. They're trying to make it special, right? And both of them are obviously very anxious, but they keep it together for Daphne and get themselves all set. When Cooper finally calls her out of the bathroom, she comes out looking amazing. She's all refreshed. She's obviously had a fantastic day, and she's dressed in her sexy night clothes. She expects a little seduction from Cooper, so she's going to look cute for the occasion. And Cooper is standing like right there, blocking Elias, who is sitting behind him on the bed. And she sees the rose petals and the lights and the music, and she's like, what's with the big seduction? You were gonna score, buddy. Like, you didn't need to you didn't need to do all of this. And he does this obviously like very rehearsed little reveal of Elias. And Daphne is confused, cagey, a little angry, but it's all coming from a place of insecurity, because she doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And Cooper does his best to soothe her. He runs his hands like up and down her arms, and he pets her hair, and he tells her how beautiful she is and how much he loves her and how much he wants her no matter what she looks like. And the fact that her body has changed is upsetting to her, but it doesn't upset him. He thinks that she's more beautiful now than ever, right? And she starts to cry. She still doesn't really understand what's happening right now. And so Elias, he literally does like the Midwestern knee slap. He's like, you guys obviously need to talk. I'm gonna go. And
I got callous knees, man. I'm
a knee slapper, right? Cooper then moves on to holding Elias back from leaving. Like, he's
stroking
holding
his
this whole
arms. He's stroking an arm.
He wasn't stroking arms on either on Elias, but he was like using logic to like. But he was arguing. He was like, no, this is what Daphne wants. Please just stay. We'll figure this all out. He's basically trying to soothe two very anxious people for two very different reasons, while one of them doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Daphne is still like, somebody tell me. Eventually she has to be like, Cooper, middle name Jones, you tell me what the hell is going on right now. And Elias is the one that snaps. He can't take it anymore. Like, he was never really on board with the whole don't ask her first part of this plan. And so he is like, fuck this. I can't do it anymore. Cooper wants me to fuck you.
There, I said it.
Exactly. I am here to seduce you and fuck you while he watches or participates. That part was never really made specifically clear, but that's why I'm here. And she clarifies that he is here because he wants to be here. Like, no, bitch, I showed up out of duress. Yeah, no, he obviously very much wants to be here. He looks her dead in her eyes. She can read it all over his face. He thinks she's gorgeous. He's always had a huge crush on this woman. But she's been with Cooper forever, and he would never do anything to jeopardize his friendship with either one of them. But they've all had this kind of weird thing going on, this weird sexual energy between all of them for a really long time. I'm going to gloss over a lot of it, but there's some like sex stuff in their past too that was really interesting because he lived with them for a while. They never had sex, but they did a lot of like listening to him through the walls.
A little voyeurism.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. The atmosphere in this room is like very heavy. It's very seductive. They're both eyeing her body, and she's starting to relax into the idea of all of this now that she realizes that both of these men really want to be here right now. Cooper tells her that she can have whatever she wants tonight. She can let go, let them take care of her in the way that they know that she deserves to be taken care of. Nice line, my dude. Like, good job. You're doing great. A lot of this was obviously kind of rehearsed for Cooper, and he did a really good job. Oh man, did he do such a good job, because he was so nervous. But so eventually Daphne agrees to this, and Elias kisses her first. Begin the fucking, right? So they converge on this woman. They're untying her silk top. They're getting hands everywhere.
Go, go, go.
Exactly. There's hand gestures. They're signaling. For some reason, somebody's doing semaphore. There's a whole thing.
Shot up a flare.
So Cooper starts showing off his wife's various erotic features. He's like, God, look at her. She's fucking amazing, right? Look how sensitive.
Slaps the roof of wife.
You can fit so much fuck in this thing.
You said it like he was like reading up the fucking features. Like,
yep. Like you opened the trunk and went, wow.
And then wow, JD Power and Associates, huh?
Oh, it comes with a powertrain.
What is? I've always wondered that. What is a powertrain award?
Oh my God. Okay. Fuck. Where were we?
You said that Cooper was
showing off his wife. Yeah, his wife's various erotic features. But specifically, look how sensitive her nipples are.
Yeah.
So we start with some nipple play, right? Eventually, Elias gets his mouth involved in that. There is a brief moment of extreme discomfort when she, who is a lactating mother, shoots Elias in the face with breast milk.
You gotta keep your head a swivel.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Constant vigilance.
Fucking like Neo and shit.
So Daphne pulls away. She's very ashamed. She wants to call the whole thing off. She starts getting dressed. She's like, I assume you're leaving. But Elias just discovered a new kink, apparently. He was into it.
Achievement unlocked.
Cooper would never allow her to feel badly about anything having to do with, especially like her body doing what it's supposed to.
So he quickly just grabs one and squeezes himself in the face. He's like,
there. Oh, he would if he had to, but no.
We both did it.
Aw. No, but he does soothe and encourage her until she feels confident in coming back. It wasn't long, but I found it to be very like strangely upsetting moment, and I guess be ready for that. Once they agree to keep going, Elias goes into control dom mode. He must have cultivated this whole persona for a long time, because he just right into action, knows exactly what he's doing. So he has them strip and get on the bed so that Daphne is sitting on Cooper's lap back to front, with Cooper holding Daphne's legs open so that Elias can just go to town on her cunt. Just nom 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 nom. Exactly. He starts to finger her as well. She comes so many times. I'm not going to keep track of it, but I think the first time here. But she's kind of writhed down Cooper's lap into like this weird sort of uncomfy half folded position. And so he grabs her by the thighs and he hoists her back up, just trying to get her back into position. But he overcorrects and his dick, which was previously secured behind his wife's body, is just sort of and flops out into Elias's hand, which is still sitting where it was moments before. And now and Elias like instinctively grabs onto it.
Yeah,
because it just like landed in his hand.
Something lands in your
right?
hand, yeah.
Internally, Cooper is like, code red, holy shit, my dick is my best friend's hand, what do I do? And he starts to like spiral about his attraction to his friend and like his denial that he has been using as a shield for a really long time. And now he's facing down the reality of it. And he's just like having this whole thing going on inside of his head. But externally, Elias is still munching box. And Daphne is getting close again, and there is dirty talking to be done, and he does so admirably. He just keeps it all inside and keeps going. Again, for Daphne's sake. He'll have this whole internal awakening thing. She's having an orgasm.
For Daphne.
For Daphne.
We do this for Daphne.
When Daphne then asks for a break, they give her one, obviously, but Elias is still holding Cooper's cock in his hand. He's just sort of like gently squeezing it.
Shit, I forgot this thing was here.
And Cooper makes this weird
sound.
No, so he just makes the whole thing weird. He makes this weird by saying that Elias can let go. Like he doesn't have to do that, man. It's fine. But he says it in kind of a harsh way.
Oh.
In a dismissive kind of mean way.
Yeah.
And now he's brought the whole room down. Daphne scolds him. There's more than once in the book she's just like, Cooper Jones, Jesus, be nice. Fuck.
No, he's not related to you, Himbo.
No. Oh, no. Himbo Jones and Cooper Jones and Daphne Jones. None of them are related. And Cooper is sheepish. He feels bad for snapping like that. Yeah. But Elias presses the conversation and asks if Cooper wants this night to be all about Daphne or if he would like to renegotiate the terms. And they kind of snark at each other a little more. They're both kind of pissed at the situation. But they're not pissed at the situation. They're pissed at themselves because neither one of them could admit what's going on right now. Yeah. It's a whole like men thing, patriarchy stuff. Eventually, Elias just blurts out that he wants to fuck Cooper too. It's like, God, yes, fine, Jesus. Yes, I would like to fuck you. Would you be amenable to that? And Cooper's like, yeah, God, like you guys didn't have to fight like this. You're both pretty. I mean,
are we fighting or fucking?
Daphne, they then consult Daphne to make sure that she would be cool with that because obviously this is her husband, so she gets a say in what's going on. And she is totally cool. Then we jump into round, I guess we'll call it 1.5. Elias then jacks Cooper off onto Daphne's pussy, then has Cooper lick her pussy clean, which, yeah. Daphne then suggests that Cooper let Elias have a taste, and this is the snowballing scene mentioned from earlier. So that was very intense. This was also Cooper and Elias's first kiss, or at least first kiss on record. I don't know if there was like, teenage tomfoolery happening. It's a fucking doozy of a first kiss. Let's just put it that way, shall we? It's like 20 years of relationship and love all crashing together in the middle of this hot as fuck sex scene that's happening right now. All the emotions are crazy, stupid high. Daphne and Cooper then take over. They get Elias down onto the mattress and tell him that they want to take care of him because he is theirs now. They stake a claim on him. This is the point where Elias's pants finally come off and is revealed that he has a dick piercing, which Cooper didn't know about, but Daphne apparently did know about because when they were living together, she accidentally saw him naked in the hallway one day, and it just that happens sometimes. Cooper isn't mad or anything. He's just jealous that he didn't know about it sooner, and he's got some questions. He's a little curious, and his pupils are a little bit blown out at the thought of it. He also apparently wants to feel it, with his mouth, which is what he does next. He sucks Elias's dick. This is probably the first time Cooper has done this. I think this was his awakening. And I don't know if he is bi, pan, queer, or just into his friend. But either way, this is his first blowjob, and he does a valiant job. He tries his best, but it's obviously quite sloppy and uncoordinated. They ask Daphne what she wants to do next, but she's like, paralysis of choice, man. There's too many options. I don't know. Can you guys pick for me? And they decide DP, DP, DP. DP. That's what we're doing. We're at DP. So Elias has the bigger dick, so he will be the pussy, and he will be wearing a condom, and Cooper will be in the ass, no condom, because, well, you know, they share children. Yeah. Less likely to want to use a condom at that point. Also, she has had I think a tubal.
I was gonna say, if she's
she's no longer interested in having, or maybe she's not. I can't remember. Either way, condoms necessary. This was a super impressively written DP scene. I don't know if this is too much information or something I need to talk about in therapy, but I love a good DP scene. For some reason, they're some of my favorites, and this was a really well-written one. Good job, Adams. You did great.
We can have that conversation, too.
I mean,
Emily,
I guess.
no offense,
not
Emily.
On the show.
No,
we won't
not
be
here.
having.
No, not here.
But like as a couple.
But I'm going to jump the line in front of Emily.
Okay. You like before I talk to my therapist?
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Cool.
So when they finally finish and they collapse into like a big old heap, everyone pulls out and resituates and gets into a comfy position for Daphne, who basically immediately starts to pass out. Cooper tries to keep her awake for aftercare, but she just wants 5 minutes. She's like, "Can I just 5 minutes?" She basically passes out. She snuggles up in between them. She's all happy because Cooper and Elias finally like acknowledged their shit and figured everything out. And maybe they can have something that will work. Something real, something more than just this night. After all, they both love him. And she tries to tell him that they both love him. But in the mix of all the like post-coital praise in her hazy brain, the only thing that really comes out is, love you, like, love you. And then she's snoring. The post-nut clarity hits Elias like a fucking train, and he thinks that she just whispered her love solely to her husband. And he starts to retreat. He very quickly is like, goodbye. He pulls out of the situation. He gets dressed. He takes the condom off. He is out the door. Cooper follows after him. They leave Daphne to sleep on the bed, and they have this really short, really brutal, like whisper argument in, I don't know, the foyer of this hotel room or something, which ultimately culminates with Elias basically being like, what did you think was going to happen here, Coop? Did you think I was going to like move in? Did you think we were going to be a pretty little throuple in your suburban neighborhood? Are you going to explain that to like the doctor's office when you add me to the forms? Are you going to explain it to the fucking school? Like he has this whole meltdown and Cooper can't respond to that because a lot of shit just got thrown at him.
Yeah, and plus the horse is so far in front of the...
Seriously.
Or the cart is so far in front of the horse. That's the one.
Yeah. A lot of shit just got thrown at his face really fast. And yeah, he kind of thought maybe some of that might happen in the future. He wasn't sure. He didn't know if this was going to be more than one night. Right. But now his best friend is basically telling him to fuck off. He's booking after a really intense sexual encounter. That is so emotionally damaging, Elias. Fucking hell. Come on, man. We were all rooting for you. So he crushes Cooper's heart into dust, basically, and leaves him still naked, standing in the foyer. He just leaves him and leaves the hotel. Daphne sleeps for a couple of hours, I guess, and when she wakes up, she realizes that Elias isn't there pretty fast. Cooper tries to brush it off and like get her into the shower, get her something to eat, get her a drink, follow the aftercare plan that he already had in place. But she's like, where the fuck is Elias? And he breaks down. He's like, he left 2 minutes after you fell asleep. He just got up and he left us. And he tells her the story of what happened, flashback mode. For the reader, we read it as a flashback. And at the end of that conversation, one of the things he basically said was, you're either all in with us or you're not. And she's like, Cooper, middle name Jones, you hit that man with an ultimatum? The fuck is wrong with you?
While the fucking rapper was still on the day?
Seriously. At the end of the first date, you dumbass, get in the car. Do you want him? Do you love him? Do you want to be with him? Yeah. Yes, yes, and yes. Good, me too. Get your keys. We're getting in the car right fucking now. Get in the car, Cooper. Like, she basically mom voices him into fixing this mistake because both of these guys fucked up hard. But she's gonna have to be the one to, because women are always the one to fix emotional problems, especially in polycules. This is actually a phenomenon that is a problem within polycules. The feminine people end up being the ones who are always doing all of the emotional management, which just means that the patriarchy is ruining polyamory. Like, come on, man. Jesus.
There's nothing that patriarchy won't taint.
Seriously. So for Elias's part, he left the hotel and he went driving around for a while just to think and kind of try and process everything that's going on. The reason why he has up and chosen to left, he knows, like, he's emotionally mature enough to understand his reason, which is the first time something goes wrong, they are married and I am out. And I can't have that happen. Like, that will destroy me. I can't have that happen. So I'm out before any of that. I'm just done. That's emotionally cowardly, but his reasoning is sound. Eventually he does drive home, and he gets home like 2 minutes before Cooper and Daphne pull into his driveway. He has enough time to like drink wine right out of the bottle and be a little bit sad sack before they're knocking on his door. So they get to his house. Tensions are high. There's some arguing. There's some yelling. What they finally end up doing is this sort of, they play this house rules version of Never Have I Ever with the rest of the wine bottle, because Daphne's like, if you're both going to act like a bunch of stupid teenagers, then we'll do some dumb teenage shit. But they're basically like telling truths while drinking. It's how they separated themselves from the high tension of the situation enough to have the conversation. It's goofy, but it works, right? Okay, great. What ultimately ends up happening is they each admit to wanting and loving the other all the way around. They want to be together. They are all in love. Cooper and Elias kiss and make up. They suggest going back to the hotel, but why do that when Elias's bedroom is up on the second floor? The end. And then we have a very short epilogue, which is just a letter from the management of the Peabody Hotel addressing the several noise complaints received from their room during their stay. And a reminder, should they return, that they are not the only guests at the Peabody. That's funny as hell. And that was the end of MILF. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Ta-da! It was a good one.
Yes, it was. It was a very good one. There were several points where I was like, is she back? Is this a backdoor pilot for her asking for this? Is this a backdoor pilot for a throuple? It's not.
No, it's not. No, it never is, and it never will be.
No.
Because I won't manage two men. I just won't do it.
And I don't know that I could deal. It would have to be a they be.
A they be.
A them they, or a she her to survive in this polycule.
The polycule.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it now? A polycule?
Polycule.
Yep.
That was
I
the
can't
old
wait for when
polycule.
our kids are in their 30s and polycules are so fucking normal. Ugh.
Right.
Yeah.
God,
and then we'll be on to like people arguing about whether or not they can marry their robot. I don't know.
That's gonna be the thing. You and I share a common fear. We both view ourselves as extremely progressive, but we worry that like something will hit us.
Oh, something will just be a bridge too far, and it'll be
Something
something dumb and weird like robosexualism.
Yeah, like robosexualism
Yeah.
or polycules. Like
No.
I just can't.
I'll get on board all day for
I'm fine with that's
follicular marriage or whatever.
follicular homicide.
Follicular homicide. That's when your whole polycule commits a homicide. Fun fact, that is the plot of Murder on the Orient Express.
Agatha Christie, you wild for that.
Yeah, she really was.
Oh,
God bless.
God, but you know what?
Still the most published author ever.
Yeah.
God bless her.
I'm fucking into her.
Oh,
Hey!
nice.
Thanks. What are you into?
I am into the TV show Elsbeth, which I watched on Paramount Plus, but is available on CBS. Also, it stars Carrie Preston, who I recognize from stuff, but this is her like big role. Elsbeth Tassioni is the name of the character, and the character originated on The Good Wife. And then was also featured on The Good Fight, which is another spin-off of that. And Elsbeth is yet another spin-off of that series, but doesn't have anything to do with the series itself or the original series itself. It just follows Elsbeth.
Oh, it's the good verse.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. The good verse. So Elsbeth was a lawyer. The good verse is set in Chicago.
Oh yeah, so because of course they overlap with the Chicago verse.
Yeah. That is collectively like 30 seasons of television to watch or something like that. All rolled together in one big verse. It's not a big deal. Do you know how many books there are in the Zodiac Academy series?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
No. So Elsbeth was a lawyer in The Good Wife and the Good Fight in Chicago. But this show takes place in New York after she started a whole new life doing something completely different. She now works under a mandate for the federal government investigating corruption within New York police precincts. But what she really is very good at is solving crimes.
Of course.
It's one of my favorite. A strange person who really shouldn't be a consultant of any kind. It solves more crimes than fucking anybody in the police department.
Yeah.
Because they're just really good at noticing stuff. Or in this case, because she's like the modern day Miss Marple. She's just so unassuming and people are fascinated by her, but she is intelligent and perceptive and figures shit out in a way that other people can't. The show itself is really good. Carrie Preston does an incredible job. All of the regular cast do an amazing job. It's a love letter to New York, and it's set in New York. And one of the things that makes that great is much like Poker Face, it features single episodes of incredible acting from very famous people who live in New York City. So just here's a list of some folks: Stephen Moyer, Matthew Broderick, Retta, Jane Krakowski, Pamela Adlon, who in your episode, I'm sorry, I did think you were Janine Garofalo for the first 5 minutes. I'm really sorry, Pamela. Vanessa Williams, Andre DeShields, Mary Louise Parker, and Nathan fucking Lane. Oh, God, it was so good. So every single one of those actors that I just listed played a murderer and a great one. And it's done in the style of Columbo, much like Poker Face. You see the murder happen first, and then you watch Elsbeth solve it. And the fun is in the interaction between the characters and trying to figure out how she's going to solve this strange Machiavellian murder. And it's always a delight, and I love it. And the performances are fun. The actors are doing their best work, chewing on scenery, getting paid SAG standard for 4 days, you know? It's so much fun. That's what I am into. What are you into, my love?
The thing that I'm into was inspired by one of my favorite things to do on the weekends, which is take a heroic dose of edibles.
Yes.
And go for a ride on the beautiful Lansing River Trail. And that's my therapy. It's cheaper than therapy, even with the insurance that we have. And I listen to music, and for some reason, I have like my main playlist that I just, it's my go-to playlist of songs that I like to listen to. And a song came on, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I can't even tell you why. And so I immediately started going back through the entire catalog of this band, and was just floored. For some reason, the edibles decided today that I had to wonder how on earth the Dismemberment Plan never got bigger than they did. So this week, for this episode, I'm into the Dismemberment Plan.
I know you love them.
You mentioned them on the show before. You referenced them a couple episodes back. They're an amazing band. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a YouTube playlist of some of my favorite songs. And then as a separate bonus episode or bonus video, so it doesn't get lost, I will also post the video of the time I saw their reunion show in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
And got on stage.
You can look for Max on stage.
Yeah, you can look for me on stage.
A younger Max with hair.
Yeah, with hair. Yeah, this was 2011.
Yeah.
So almost 15 years ago now. They did a couple of reunion shows, and the closest one was Chicago. So myself, my cousin Mike, and a friend of mine that I'm no longer friends with, we drove out. And
Did you hang out with anybody from The Good Wife? The Good Verse?
No. Well, this is pre-Good Verse, I think.
It is. Oh,
yeah,
it's pre-Chicago Verse.
It's pre-Chicago
Verse.
Verse.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's so long ago.
Right?
No Chicago Fire?
And, of course...
No Chicago Med.
no
Chicago Cops or whatever it is.
Chicago falafel. We're running out of Chicago halal.
Halal. I would watch Chicago halal.
I would watch the
fuck out of Chicago halal.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Halal dudes are always cool.
They are the best.
Anyway.
It's all about the battle for the spicy sauce.
Oh.
So anyway, TLDR, I love the Dismemberment Plan. So I'll share some of my favorite songs. Fun fact, they once toured with Death Cab for Cutie, and it was called the Death and Dismemberment Tour.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm into doing comedy. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I think you're gonna try it one of these days. Because I keep telling Katie she is way funnier than I am. And the funniest person on the planet.
Aw,
so, if she ever wanted to, she could fucking kill, is what I'm saying. But you don't have to. So
I'll be your Mrs. Maisel or something.
Yeah, there you go. But I will acknowledge you and respect you. So, with all of that said, what will we be reading for the next episode?
Next time, I am reading The Flower Queen by Phoenix Lynn, which is a spicy Thumbelina retelling.
Oh, okay. This is a series of words that I was not expecting.
I know,
to
right?
hear in that order, but I'm looking forward to it. But in the meantime, you can find us on social media. We are on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Threads. All of the links are in the link tree down in the bottom of the show notes. If you would like to communicate with us via email, please do so. cheapsmutpod@gmail.com. As always, we put a link in the show notes to the book. I didn't update the link tree last time. I might not. I don't know anymore. If I put it in the show notes, do I really need to do it? It doesn't matter where I put that link. No matter where it's at, it's not an affiliate link. We never get any money for that. We're just trying to help the authors out. If you would like to support us financially, go to Ko-fi. The link is in the link tree. You can support us there. And we, until I decide I don't want to do it anymore, we've got a special going where if you donate, you can get access to some of our old bonus content and bonus episodes that have never been heard before, except on our Patreon. The music that you hear in this and every episode is called Storytime by me, Max Joy.
Listener, remember, if there's a book in you, write it. And if there's fucking in it, I'll read it.
And then she'll come on this show and explain it to me for your entertainment.
Now I have to turn this off and go put my son to bed. Goodbye.